I'm now joined by DA Joburg Caucus Leader Belinda Kayser-Echeozonjoku on this matter as well. Belinda, very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't know if you had the chance to hear what the Premier of Gauteng had to say regarding that letter that was addressed to the Mayor of Joburg by the Finance Minister. I know as the DA and the caucus, you've written to Treasury, you've written to National Government quite a few times about this matter. What's your reaction to that letter, firstly, and secondly, to what the Premier had to say?
Thank you so much, Masa, and good afternoon to the viewers. Yeah, it's quite disturbing that, firstly, that the Mayor, as early as Thursday, knew about this letter and didn't appraise council. We had a council sitting on the 30th of July and the 31st of July, and the executive mayor would have received, if we see the date of the letter, because it seems to be in the public domain already. And he hasn't, in his opening remarks, when he tabled all the reports, at least alluded to the fact that this letter was received by the Minister of Finance. I must say we're not surprised, because the executive mayor has frequently accused the Democratic Alliance in Johannesburg of politicking and of that everything all is well. And unfortunately for him, the minister is agreeing with the Democratic Alliance with all the issues that we had raised. Is exactly what is in that letter, and it's quite unfortunate.
Now, part of what the Premier of Gauteng said in response to this letter this morning is that, as we know, there was a bomb squad that was established when it comes to the city of Johannesburg. And he says that since that establishment of the bomb squad, much progress has been made, and this letter just came on the back of that. But we need to consider some of the progress that has been made. Would you say there has been some movement and some progress in the city of Joburg at all since the establishment of this bomb squad?
It's unfortunate that the Premier seems to be completely out of touch with what is happening in his province, in particular in Johannesburg. Firstly, the bomb squad there's no legislation that make provision for a structure like the bomb squad. The residents of Johannesburg will definitely differ, like I would as well, with the Premier. There's been no progress with even the presidential working group or the bomb squad that has purported to come and take over the work of HODs, the acting city manager, and other officials of the city of Johannesburg. Firstly, there is no progress. Residents are still struggling with roads that are littered with potholes. There are still decisions in council that are questionable, and also we have days that are without electricity and water. Just last week, Sandton, where the bulk of the delegates for the G20 will be, had been without water for 8 days. So the Premier is clearly out of touch, and I would like him to also engage the MEC of COCTA, because the Democratic Alliance has written to the MEC of COCTA to question the legitimacy of the bomb squad, and also to ask for intervention in the city of Johannesburg, because we don't even know where the budget for the one person that the mayor is saying is in charge of the bomb squad, who's leading the bomb squad, where that budget is coming from. There's no report that has been brought to council with regards to the bomb squad. Besides the ineffectiveness of this parallel structure that we deem unconstitutional, I also have to tell you that clearly there is no progress, because residents are the ones that would tell you whether there's progress, and the residents are not seeing any progress, whether with or without the bomb squad currently in the city of Johannesburg.
The minister has given the Joburg mayor 14 days to get the city's finances in order. A fortnight, would you say that's anywhere near enough time?
Well, if the executive mayor, Masa, would have listened to the concerns raised by the Democratic Alliance since last year, November, there are 13 entities in the city of Johannesburg. We've raised serious concerns about maladministration administration, possible corruption, possible fraud, possible collusion with contractors in the awarding of tenders within some of the entities, the unlawful appointments. If the mayor would have listened, he would have already had that report compiled and possibly would have avoided some of this irregular, fruitless and wasteful expenditure. I don't think it's a sufficient time for the executive mayor to be able to pull that report together, but he should be able to pull all our letters that we have written to him to raise these concerns, including the unlawful appointments, the court matters, the litigation costs that was declared unlawful, unconstitutional, and invalid. Those irregular expenditure, if he had listened to reason and not allow these unlawful decisions that are made in council, he should have had a report ready and should have actually could possibly have avoided this. I can assure you, in a DA government, we would have asked for that monies to be paid back by these officials and the councillors. In fact, we have written to the Minister of Finance about the unlawful decisions that are being made by councillors in the City of Johannesburg Council, and we've requested that councillors be personally held accountable for these decisions that are eventually declared unlawful, unconstitutional, and invalid by a court. And we have yet to get a response from the minister. I'm assuming one line in the mayor's letter in the minister's letter is talking to a consequence management, and I'm assuming that should be a response to some of the letters that we have sent to the minister. So it's unfortunate that I don't believe that the mayor would be able to get all that information together, because I don't even believe that he has full control over what happens in his municipality, unfortunately.
Now, the threat of possibly withholding some funds to the city as well also looms, that possibility. What would that impact be on the residents when it comes to service delivery?
It's very dire, Masa, because, a lot of the funds are grant funding, which would assist with capital projects that is generally used for either rehabilitation of bridges, building of, upgrade of the infrastructure and things like that. And we're already sitting in some areas with sewer leakages across the city. We're already sitting with water bursts that are happening every week, and we already have a water crisis where there are no water. So it's going to be very dire for the residents of Johannesburg should this happen, because it means some of the capital projects would come to a complete standstill. Some of those upgrades that could have been done, for example, the water pipe upgrades, if that fund's withdrawn, it means that you could sit with a further aging infrastructure or massive leaks, as we are seeing, like we're seeing at the moment. 80% of Johannesburg bridges, according to JRA's own reports, are at risk. 23 of them had to be closed. And if these funding is withdrawn or removed, we are going to sit with bigger problems than worrying about the issues that are currently happening. Residents are going to feel the brunt of lack of service delivery within the city of Johannesburg.
Belinda, thank you so much for your time. That was the DA caucus leader in the city of Johannesburg.